I was really worried that I was going to forget about my doctor's appointment or be late for it. So I left super early and gave myself some wiggle room, just in case anything happens or if I hit traffic. And it turns out I might have overestimated how much wiggle room I need because now I'm going to sit in my car for the next 45 minutes until it is time to go in for my doctor's appointment.
I can relate to Morgan with this, only I do this all the time, and I always have. So picture this. Back in the late 90s and early 2000s, we didn't have smartphones to give us directions on how to get to where we wanted to go. If I needed to learn how to get to someplace, I would go on my computer and go to this website called MapQuest, where I would type in my address and get the directions. And then I would print them out on paper, and I would study the printouts for a couple hours until I had them memorized. I was so scared of being late or missing my appointment entirely because I got lost and couldn't find my way back, that I would do a practice drive a few days before my actual appointment. I would see if I can get a chaperone or a friend to come with me in case I started to panic, and I'd try to leave around the same time of day so I knew exactly what kind of traffic to expect, if there are slowdowns, obstructions, or any other unforeseen events that MapQuest simply couldn't tell me. You would think with all that planning plus a practice drive that I would be able to give myself a reasonable amount of time to get there early, like 15 minutes. But my anxiety of being late or missing my appointment entirely was still too much, and I would always give myself an extra buffer. The problem was I would give myself too much buffer, and I would arrive 30 minutes, 45 minutes, even an hour early. And sitting in my car without a smartphone, maybe playing Snake on my Nokia was about the only thing I could do. And I could text, but that cost money back then. So here we are in the 21st century. We have powerful computers that we can hold in the palm of our hand that can tell us exactly where to go. Not only that, but when to go so we can arrive exactly when we'd want. You would think with this kind of technology that I could finally give myself a little bit of rest and give myself a 15-minute time span instead of 30, 45, or an hour. But no, I'm still so scared of even the possibility of being late or missing my appointment entirely that I still had to give myself that extra buffer. And now I don't even drive anymore. I rely 100% on public transportation. So I add an additional buffer to account for the bus being late and missing a transfer. Even then, I'm still so scared that I give myself that half an hour wiggle room. When I get to my destination, I don't have a car to sit in, so I have to find some place to wait for my appointment. I know many of us on the spectrum, whichever spectrum that you happen to be on, struggle with time management and either have chronic lateness or chronic earliness. I'd like to hear your experience if you want to share them in the comments.